Hi students, our next topic is double linked list. In the previous session we have learned single linked list. In single linked list, node contains or element contains two parts. One is data part and another one is reference part. This data part contains the value we want to insert it in the single linked list. The reference part contains the address of the next element. Let us see about double linked list. Double linked list. In double linked list, the node contains three parts. First part contains the address of the previous element or node. Second part contains the value or data which we want to insert in the double linked list. And third part refers to the address of the next element. In double linked list, each node contains two reference part. Here, first reference part and this is second reference. This is first reference part and this is second reference part. One reference is used to remember previous node address and another reference is used to remember the next node address. This p-link is used to remember the previous node address and n-link is used to the remember next node address. The node in double linked list is represented as follows. See this diagram. Here P refers to the address of the previous node. Data means the value which we want to insert it in the double linked list. N-link means address of the next element. In double linked list we need to remember two nodes. One is the previous node called head node and the p-link of the head node is null because there is no previous element before head element. And the another one is last node. The n-link of the last node is null because there is no next element after the last element in the double linked list. Let us see the example. Here the double linked list contains four nodes. This is the first node. Since there is no previous element, the p-link of the first element or head is null. This n-link of head refers to the next node address, and this node 2 contains address of the previous means first element. Similarly, node 2 contains the address of the node 3 and node 3 contains the address of the node 2. Similarly, node 3 contains the address of the node 4 and node 4 contains the address of the node 3. Since this is the last element in the double linked list, the second reference part means L-link is null. Whereas in single linked list, we can traverse only in the one way. Whereas in double linked list, we can traverse in both direction, either in forward direction or backward direction. Traversing means visiting each and every element in the list. In single linked list, we can traverse in the forward direction only because the nodes contains the address of the next element only. The nodes doesn't contain the reference of the previous element, whereas in the double linked list, the node contains the address of the previous element as well as the address of the next element. So we can traverse in both directions, either forward direction or backward direction. For example, the list contains 100 nodes, right? The user is at 55th node in those 100 nodes and he want to visit 51st node. If you are using simple linked list, then you have to start from the head node, because there is no uh, address of the previous element or node. So it requires 55 moves in forward direction. Whereas if the user uses double linked list, then uh, you can just require 4 moves in backward direction, because in double linked list the node contains previous element address also. So from 55th node in backward direction we can traverse to 51st element. Operations on double linked list. We can create double linked list, insert elements in the double linked list, delete elements in the double linked list, and as well as we can traverse in forward direction as well as backward direction, creating a double linked list. The creation of list is the most basic operation among other operations. It is the most basic operation because without existing double linked list we can't do any operations, other operations like deletion, insertion, traversal. At first we have to create a double linked list. We are creating mm, double linked list. First head equal to null and last equal to null, because there is no elements in the double linked list, and read the value which we want to insert into the double linked list as item, and set item equal to -1. If uh, if item equal to -1, then exit from the loop. Means if we don't want to insert any element or add element into the double linked list, then give item equal to -1, then it will exit from the loop. Or else if we want to insert other than -1, then create a node called temp. In double linked list, node contains how many parts? 3 parts. Temp. I am creating a node temp. For example, I want to insert value 5. So item equal to 5. Temp dot equal to item. So item equal to 5. Temp dot link equal to null, and temp dot p link equal to null, because this is the one and only one element in the double linked list. If head equal to null, then head equal to last equal to temp. Since this is the only one element, head, temp and last are same. Else if head is not equal to null, means if we want to insert another element, then last dot n link equal to temp dot p link equal to last equal to temp. Repeat the process until item equal to -1. Let us see this algorithm in diagrammatic representation. Creation. Initially head equal to null and last equal to null, since there is no elements in the double linked list, and I want to insert first element as 10. Since it is not equal to -1, I have created a node temp, and temp dot data equal to 10, p temp dot n link equal to null, and temp dot p link equal to null. Since head equal to last equal to null, then head equal to last equal to temp. Since it is the only one element in the double linked list, head, last and temp are same. Then I want to insert another element. Create a new node 10. I want to insert 20 in data 20. Initially temp dot link p link equal to null, temp dot n link equal to null, and we have to link the address of the head or last to temp and address of temp to this head, and we have to change this last to this. For that, since head is not equal to null, head not equal to null, so last dot link equal to temp and temp dot p link equal to last equal to temp. Have changed the last value. In the same way, we can insert as many values we want to insert into the double linked list until and unless we have give -1 value. In the same way, I have inserted 30 element. After 30, there is no element in the we want to insert nothing. So the last element n link refers to null and the p link of the header node refers to null. Traversing double linked list. Traversing means visiting each and every node in the linked list. A double linked list can traverse in two ways: forward direction from head to last, backward direction from last to head, because each node contains the address of the previous node as well as the address of the next node. We can traverse in forward direction as well as backward direction in double linked list. Firstly, traversing in forward direction. Since we are traversing forward direction, we will use only n link, means next link only. We have to traverse each element until temp not equal to null, means because the last element contains null, so until null we will traverse each element. Let us see the implementation. The double list contains 4 elements. First set temp equal to head. Since temp not equal to null, so 10 is listed. Temp equal to temp dot n link. Again, temp will change it to this item because I have given temp equal to temp dot n link. Since temp is not equal to null, so visited 20. Same. Now temp equal to temp dot n link. Now the temp becomes 30. This node. Again the temp becomes this node. After reaching this node, the value of n link is null. So the process is stopped. So all the elements in the double linked list are traversed or visited. In this way, we can traverse in forward direction. Traverse in backward direction. Traversing backward direction in double linked list is same as traversing forward direction. The only one thing we have to change is in the previous for traverse we have used temp dot and link because we are traversing in forward direction. In this backward direction we will use temp dot link. We have to traverse from last element to head element. So we will use p-link reference. Let us see it in diagrammatic. Consider double linked list which contains 4 elements. I am traversing in backward direction. I have to start from last element. First last equal to temp. Since last dot temp dot uh, temp is not equal to null, so I have visited first. Then temp changes to next previous element. Again this is not equal to null, so the temp changes to previous element. Again the p-link is not equal to null, so the temp changes to previous element. Here the p-link of head is null, so the process stopped here. In this way I have traversed all the elements in the double linked list in backward direction. This is the way we can traverse backward direction as well as forward direction in double linked list. Next, inserting nodes or elements into the double linked list. We can insert at the beginning or at the end or at any position, or means between any two nodes we can insert new node to the existing double linked list. Let us see first inserting at the head. If the node is inserted before the head node, that node becomes the new head node. If we want to insert the new node at the beginning, then the new node becomes head node. So we can change the head node to the new element. Let us take the value into the item which we want to insert at the beginning and create a new node temp dot data equal to item. Initially temp dot unlink equal to null, temp dot p-link equal to null. Already, let us think this is the already existing element head. Here this part contains null. I want to insert this new node at the beginning. Just only change address of new node in the head node p-link, and head changes to the first new node. See temp dot unlink equal to head. Here we are inserting the address of the head, and head dot p-link equal to temp, and again here I am inserting the address of the new node, but this is not the first element or node in the double link, so I have to change the head position to here. Let us see this in diagrammatic representation. Consider the following 4 nodes in a double linked list 10, 20, 30, 40. I want to insert element at the beginning. Here the element I want to insert is 5. So I am creating a new node temp. In temp, I want to insert data file. Temp dot data equal to item means file. Temp dot unlink equal to null. Temp dot plink equal to null initially. Temp dot unlink, here unlink equal to head means we are storing the address of the head in this temp. Head dot plink means here we are storing the address of the temp. So the head node contains some value in the p-link. So this is not the first element. So this is not the head. So we have to change the head also. So temp head equal to temp. In this way we can insert new node at the beginning of the double linked list. Next, inserting the new node at last. Simply just just store the address of the new node in the last dot and link, and store the address of the last value in temp dot plink. And also, since this is last element also change, we have to change the last node value. So last equal to 10. Let us see this in diagrammatic. Here 4 nodes, first head and last element. So I want to insert here new node temp. Simple thing is just insert the address of the new node in last dot plink as well as address of the last in temp dot plink. So this becomes the last element. So we have to change the position of the last. First create a new node called temp. Insert the what the value you want to insert. Initially plink of temp and nlink of temp is null, and change temp dot plink equal to last and temp dot n equal to null and last dot nlink equal to temp, and we have to change last equal to 10. In this way we can insert last element in the double linked list, and we can insert new node between any two nodes or at any position. For this we can traverse in backward direction as well as forward direction. For example, if I want to insert here means at position 3, I want to insert new node here. Let us take it as 10. I want to insert here 25. So simply change this element plink address to this and this new node address here. Simply change the address of the nlink in this element and address of the plink in new node. Similarly, address of the nlink in new node and address of the plink in this node. This is work for you. This is work for you. Uh, Write an algorithm for inserting a new node in between two nodes or at any place, and diagrammatic representation. Next is deleting node in a double linked list. We can delete items at three situations. One is at the beginning of the double linked list, means at head node, and deleting node at the last, and node in between two nodes. First, we want to delete node at head, means beginning of the double linked list. If a head node is deleted, then the next node becomes the new node of the list, and its previous link should be null. Simply head equal to head dot link. So I have changed the head to second element, and also head, now the head becomes the second one. So head dot p link equal to null. Let us see this in diagrammatic representation. See, initially this node contains 4 elements, 10, 20, 30, 40. Before deleting, the head is this. So I am changing the head. Head equal to head dot link. So head becomes this. If I change this head dot p link to null, then it becomes the first element, and this element will be deleted from the existing linked list. See, head dot equal to head dot p link equal to null. So this becomes the first node, means head node, and this item is totally deleted from the double linked list because there is no link. Deleting at last node. Deleting last node means the previous node of the last node will become the last node of the list, and the n link of that node should points to null. Set last equal to last dot ping, because we are deleting from the last uh, last from the double linked list. The previous element becomes last. Then if we insert null at the n link of last, then it becomes the last element of the double linked list. Let us see this in diagrammatic. Let us consider 4 nodes. I want to delete this last node. So simply last equal to last dot p link. So the last becomes this node, and last dot link equal to null. I have inserted null value in n link. So there is no link for this n link. So the last element is deleted from this double linked list. Inserting uh, node in between any two nodes. For inserting, we want to remember two successive nodes. If we want to insert a node between any two nodes, for this we have to mm, take the value of the place or position where we want to delete the item or node. Set I equal to 1 and temp equal to head. While I equal to place minus 1, temp 1 equal to temp equal to temp dot n link, I equal to I plus 1, and temp equal to temp dot n link, temp 1 dot n link equal to temp dot p link equal to temp 1, then exit. Let us see this in diagrammatic representation. Here the double linked list contains initially 4 nodes. I want to insert the element of at the place 3. 1, 2, 3 means I want to delete this node. So I equal to temp and temp equal to head. Here temp equal to head. Since 1 less than or equal to 2. 2 means place minus 1. Here place is 3. 3 minus 1. Temp 1 equal to temp. The temp becomes temp 1 and temp dot link equal to temp equal to temp dot n link. So this becomes, next item becomes temp and I equal to I plus plus. Now I equal to 2. Since 2 less than or equal to 2, it's true. The temp becomes temp 1 because temp 1 equal to temp and next element becomes temp equal to temp dot link. Don't confuse here. What is the temp? Previously the temp value is this. So now I am changing temp equal to temp dot n link. What are the address here? It becomes temp, right? In the next step we will increasing the I value. I equal to I plus 1. Here I equal to 2. So I becomes 3. 3 less than or equal to 2 is false. The loop stop here. Now this is temp 1, this is temp, right? Now temp equal to temp dot n link. Okay, temp lo emundi ikkada, then sorry, here the temp is what the node we want to delete. So now I want to change the position of the temp. So temp equal to temp dot n link. So temp changes to next element. If I insert a address of this temp in this temp1 and address of this temp in this temp1, then automatically this element is deleted from the double linked list. See the step temp dot n link equal to 10. Here in n link I have used or I have stored the address of the temp, and in this temp I have stored the address of the temp. So automatically there is no link for this node. It will be deleted from the existing list. In this way we can insert, delete from the double linked list. Another type of linked list is circular linked list. Circular linked list means if the last node contains the address of the first node, then it is said to be circular linked list. Clearly observed, if the last node contains the address of the first node, then it is known as circular linked list. In a circular linked list, there is no beginning and there is no ending. In a circular linked list, the reference part of the last node, which means the last node points to the back to the first node. There is no null reference in the circular linked list. Since the last node represents the address of the first node, there is no null reference in the circular linked list. Means there is no beginning and there is no ending in the circular linked list. In this circular linked list, again two types. One is single circular linked list or circular single linked list. Another one is circular double linked list. See, this is the circular single linked list. This is the last node which contains the address of the first node. So there is no null reference in the this circular linked list. In the same way, double linked list. What the linked list contains? Two references. One is uh, previous element reference, and another one is mm, next next node reference. In the last node, the next node refers to the address of the head, and in the head node, p-link refers to the address of the last element. So there is no null value in circular double linked list. Next one is header linked list. In a circular linked list, there is no beginning and there is no ending. Since there is no ending and beginning in the circular linked list, we will face problem while traversing because there is no null reference or termination. So to solve this problem, we will include dummy reference called header. What we include? Dummy reference called header. The following figure shows how we add dummy reference to the circular linked list. This is called header linked list. These are all four types of linked list. First one is single linked list, second one is double linked list, third one is circular linked list, fourth one is header linked list. And this is the end of the first unit. And thank you for watching. Next unit is about stacks